All right, names to know for Irish recruits coming to town this weekend.
Yeah, so Notre Dame's official visit weekends, which is that 48-hour all expenses paid. We're going to fly you up and put you in a hotel, and you get into your hotel room. There's going to be a cookie cake and all sorts of letters and candy. That whole thing we've seen over the years. That those 2 weekends are June 13th and June 20th, and then between those, during the week, Notre Dame's going to have at least one guy. So for this upcoming weekend, Darren, it's Irish Invasion, which Notre Dame's had every year in June, early June. This year it's on a Friday instead of a Sunday. But yeah, you're going to have top prospects in the 2027 class and the 2028 class. Could be some potential like preferred walk-on guys in the 26 class, which is rising seniors. Last year we had Brandon Logan, who was a Vanderbilt baseball commit, who we knew that Notre Dame liked, but it's like, maybe he's a preferred walk-on guy. He came to Irish Invasion, absolutely balled out. And then Notre Dame ended up taking him on scholarship, and Logan ended up a 4-star by On3. So you never know what you're going to find at an Irish Invasion. Like last year, Darren, the top guys to know at that camp had green jerseys on. The quarterbacks all wore red, and then everyone else either wore, white or blue. It was like offense wore blue and defense wore white. The top guys wore green. It was kind of weird. Brandon Logan was wearing, I think it was white. It was just a white jersey. I mean, he wasn't even like among the top recruits. I don't know if they're going to do that again this year, but I just wanted to throw that out there. You just never know. But it is, I would say it's mainly geared towards like 2027 targets, like guys that Notre Dame's offer they really want to work out with. Notre Dame also has a couple 2026 offensive line commits, Sullivan Garvin and Ben Nichols. They just want to work out with Joe Rudolph. I wouldn't be surprised if Noah Grubbs, the quarterback commit's going to throw at the camp. He's currently on campus and spending all week in South Bend. He told me he's really excited just to spend time with his family, inside the Notre Dame football program. I say family figuratively, not literally. So I did want to talk about a few of the names. Again, it's geared towards top 2027 targets and some underclassmen in the 28 class who could be offers down the line for pot of gold next year, or some 27s who would like to get offers from Notre Dame. But 4 names that I can share right now. You have Jack Brown from Francis Howell Central in Missouri. He's the number 6 tight end in the 27 class. Notre Dame also loves him as a defensive lineman. So there's a little battle going on between Al Washington, a friendly battle between Al Washington and Mike Denbrock for which position he would play if he ends up committing to Notre Dame. And I think Notre Dame's got a really good shot for him. Jackson Dollar from Denver, North Carolina, not Colorado. East Lincoln High School, the number 7 tight end in the country. A top name to know. The Irish absolutely love him. Dollar's actually a really good basketball prospect, or at least high school basketball player. You love tight ends to also play basketball. That is the ideal sport for them to play. Cooper Witten, the top linebacker in the country in the 27 class, son of the former, Dallas Cowboys tight end. Cooper Witten's going to be on campus, 6'1", 210 pounds. Notre Dame absolutely loves him and hopes to get him committed early in the cycle. Like they would love for him to get in the boat and help lead the class. And then there's going to be several notable quarterbacks in the 27 and 28 cycle. One of my favorites, Malachi Ziegler from Benton, Louisiana, the number 9 quarterback in the country, number 95 overall player in America, 6'3", 195 pounds, rocket for an arm, and moves really well. I would not be surprised if Mike Denbrock falls in love with how Malachi Ziegler looks at camp. And Notre Dame, as we've talked about several times, Darren, has not offered a 27 quarterback yet. I would not be surprised if that goes out in the next week, which, Mike, you've told me that before, I know. But they have a quarterback from Georgia named Teddy Gerard visiting this week, and I believe he's going to throw for the staff, either at Invasion or with some other kind of camp workout thing. So I think Notre Dame wanted to see him, see Ziegler at camp, because Gaduli has seen Ziegler before. Mike Denbrock has not. So I believe that, they wanted to wait a little bit longer. It's like, we already waited this long. What's a couple weeks more? So I think that Notre Dame will offer 3 or 4 quarterbacks, sometime in the next, I would say week, but I'm not gonna predict it anymore, Darren, because I thought they would have done this a month ago, but here we are. So, but I think Notre Dame will end up getting a good quarterback, so we'll see.
And for my radio audience, Cooper Witten is not a tight end, correct?
Sorry, yes.
That's okay. He's a linebacker.
Yeah, number 1 linebacker in the country. And yeah, Notre Dame absolutely loves him. Witten was just on campus in the spring too. So Yeah, these NFL legacies, Notre Dame's done really well with. And yeah, I mean, you had Kennedy Urlacher transfer out, but I mean, still, like, Notre Dame's been landing a ton of these guys, and in big names too. Like, I mean, Notre Dame's going to get Larry Fitzgerald's kid for an official visit. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, that guy played in the NFL. No, it's big names as well. I wanted to mention that.
I noticed on one of your social media posts this week that Notre Dame, I believe in the On3 industry rankings, in the team rankings, Notre Dame is number 4. And you mentioned it would take a summer surge for the Irish to stay in that particular
Yeah.
area. Could you offer some insight on that?
Yes. So, I mean, look, if they do the usual, right, and it's like got hot in the spring, and I mean Notre Dame's up to 16 commitments. That's a good bit. So, but if they land like 2 or 3 top guys instead of like 7 or 8, and then they got to offer more guys in the fall, and this is the 3-star variety, and it's that kind of typical when I say Notre Dame recruiting rankings, Irish fans who follow it just even loosely will go, all right, we oftentimes jump out to the top class in the country, then we end up around 10.
Yep.
If Notre Dame like doesn't have that strong summer, then that's what they might end up doing again. And Joey O'Brien, Caden Finley, Tank King, Elijah Golden, just some of these names might not mean anything to folks who don't follow recruiting that closely, but I'm naming some top targets for the Irish. Ian Premer, Evan Jacobson, a couple of highly rated tight ends Notre Dame's after. If they land some of the, like a majority of these guys we're talking about, they're highly rated, right? They're coveted prospects. You land them, and we're just talking about strictly from a recruiting ranking standpoint, it's going to help you stay in that top 5. But if you don't, and now you got to offer some 3 stars, and it's like, all right, we like this kid a lot. He's maybe a little bit more of a project, and then you might drop. It doesn't make it a bad class by any means, but you're not landing the same caliber of prospect. You're landing maybe that low floor, high ceiling type kid where it's like, yeah, he might not pan out, but if we develop him and he's what we think he is, it could be really good. So, those types of classes got Notre Dame to play in the national championship game, of course, helped out by the transfer portal additions, but Notre Dame's done well with those. But man, if you can do less of that though, and add just more impact guys and develop them, you land Caden Finley and Joey O'Brien, and woo, man, I mean, this class could be absolutely cooking. Ian Premer, I mentioned, I love that tight end target, and Notre Dame's got some more, impact looking wide receivers. Like, it could be a pretty special class.
I think Irish fans are looking forward to Malachi Fields being in the recruiting class and not just
there you go,
the transfer portal.
There you go.
All right.